I should be live streaming on YouTube right now.
Yeah, I
So,
just got the notification.
okay. I'm looking for a chat room that I can use. Oh,
Chill.
there we go. I'm getting the feed now. I don't have very good resolution on my webcam for some reason.
I see that. It looks really, really bad.
I wouldn't know why. It's a high definite. It's 1080p, so that's weird.
That is weird. Josh is here.
Yay. Hi, Josh.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly fine.
Cool.
Can you hear me now?
All right. I am live streaming on my Justin Brown blog page on Facebook just for the test.
Sweet.
I'm going to see if I can get that opened up. And I'm actually using the Necromancer OBS platform to do that. And we'll click in here.
I got a notification that you were live on YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah.
What's up, Chris? Long time no talk. I'm just testing. I do a Necromancer live show on my Necromancer live show Facebook page, but I'm testing to do on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. So I'm using Google Hangouts for YouTube, and I'm using OBS for Facebook. And for some reason, I'm not seeing the display capture. So let's see if I can get you guys in. Okay, there we go. Much better. All right. Let's see how good I am at monitoring. Let's get the desktop audio on. Now we can hear the guest talk. Derek, you're sideways.
Yeah, I turned my phone sideways because my kickstands. I'm trying to use my kickstand and it's not using correctly.
That sucks.
Here, I've got another stand to use. That's better.
Okay.
I'm not
Now
using headphones either. So.
Hi, Tina. We're testing Google Hangouts and Facebook Live at the same time. Everybody else's video feed looks good but mine, and I don't know why. That's really weird.
Yeah, I don't know if it's...
it's probably my settings in the Facebook Live. So I'll have to change that.
Well, see, like, you're really pixelated on my end, and you're chopping really bad. So I don't know if it's you or if it's actually my connection sitting here.
I can see you real clear, Derek. Hear you just fine.
We're talking about my video feed, Josh.
Yeah, yours is kind of pixelated.
I didn't have it set right before I started the live stream, so it's probably a setting.
Yeah,
let's see here. There's chat. Well, I got chat enabled right there. And this is the first time I'm using Google Hangouts for a live stream. I got a control room. Okay, introducing control room for Hangouts on air. Make your broadcast even better by adjusting your guest volume, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So here's, yeah. I can turn my volume up, I guess, by doing that. Turn you guys up a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Is Missy watching one of the streams?
No, she went to take a bath.
Okay. Tina, let me know how everything sounds, and if there's anybody watching on Facebook, let me know how everybody sounds. So, you guys got to talk about Scarefest.
Which parts do you want to know?
Well, don't everybody start at once.
No, it was cool. I just got the day pass, and I immediately got in line for Robert England, and I paid for the line skip, and they sold way too many. I was probably in line for 2 hours.
It was a long time.
Wow.
Yeah, and I didn't even get to walk around and look at everything. But we were hanging out at the Ghost Brothers table for a while, and they were really cool to talk to. And he said they all said House of Wheels
Mm-hmm.
Does not disappoint. It's he said it's crazy there, but the one guy wouldn't even go in, so he wasn't. He wasn't even. I guess I don't know if he was on the episode or not, but
Yeah. I'm recording that episode. It was on this afternoon. I set it to DVR so that I can watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll write down the episode number of that and send it out to you guys so you can go back and try to find it.
okay. I should be able to find it on. I should be able to find it on my Fire Stick
Yeah, because
and watch it.
he's like the third person that I've heard just flat say, "Don't go. You don't want nothing to do with that place." And I was like, "Really?"
Yeah, he didn't say anything about the neighborhood being bad or anything. He just said he was just talking about the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said that place.
Yeah, I was watching somebody from the Scarefest Facebook page was live streaming and they were interviewing Ghost Brothers, and they said the same thing you said.
Yeah, they were super cool. We were trying to get them to, give us the insight on what kind of equipment they're using, where they get their stuff from, their lights, all that. Because we were trying to promote Josh's lights to them, and they're like, "Oh, well, we get all that stuff from the network. They set us up with whatever we need."
He didn't seem real knowledgeable about equipment and stuff, and we were trying to.
Oh no, they're not going to. They're actors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, the one guy when I tried to look him up, he's a comedian.
Which one's that?
Mm-hmm.
I think Marcus.
Oh, okay, yeah, the little heavyset dude.
Yeah, the one that was saying 2 cold beards.
Yeah, 2 cold beards.
The one that says pop the trunk.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's really all I saw. I didn't get to walk around to different vendors and look at different things. Was probably good. I didn't spend as much money. But then we went to Christopher St. Booth's presentation, and he was showing some trailers for his new movie coming out. It was like a movie and what was it, Derek? There was 3 things he was talking about.
Yeah, he's doing. They're doing a pilot, and then they're going to do a full-length feature film, and then they're going to do a reality series, and it's called Attachments. And pretty much everything's going to tie into people that leave locations and think they have an attachment, or they take objects from a location that they think have an attachment. And then the reality series, both of them want to put it out public, but they wanted to kind of keep it private at first to people that attended the event, to get to where you give them some stories of anything you think you may have that has an attachment. And they want to take you personally back to the location that this came from and see what would happen if you tried to give the article back to the location to get rid of the attachment, to kind of make it more of a personalized story. The concept was pretty cool. They wouldn't let you really record any of it, which I wish it could have been recorded, because it would be neat to be able to go back and rewatch it and really understand what they're trying to get at. Yeah. Because both of them talking at the same time and they were running over each other. It was really hard to get a hold of.
All right. So I'm guessing that it was a lot of waiting, but other than that, it was decent.
Yeah. We didn't have to. The only line was really just Robert England. People were saying that there were people complaining on Facebook about it because the line was so long and the wait was so long for the line skip, and some people were even waiting up to 9 hours, they said.
Mm-hmm.
What? Yeah, that's too long.
Yeah, in the regular line they were waiting that long, but people were complaining in the line skip they were waiting about 3 hours. But the ratio for the line skip was supposed to be 4-1. They were letting 4 people in the line skip through, and 4 people to every 1 person in the regular line.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah. And you weren't allowed to take a picture with him. You had to either buy the photo op where you could take a picture of him signing your picture. Pick the picture that you selected to have him autograph.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm. It was really cool to watch the way everything was managed. I told Josh, I said, what you paid for that, I didn't think it was worth it, because he was in line when we got there, and hell, we walked around and did a bunch of stuff before he even got through the line.
Yeah.
Now, I do have an interesting story that came out of this. I sent you the pictures from the back of the shirt, which I took. The whole goal was to get as many paranormal people's autographs as I could for as little cost as I could. So I walked around and was kind of checking prices. I paid roughly $20 total for 9 signatures in all, and they were relatively cool about it. The Ghost Brothers did it for $10, and then let's see who else charged. Amy Allen did it for $5. I walked up to Steve and Tango from Ghost Hunters. Relatively cool about it. The Ghost Brothers did it, and asked them. I said, "Look," I said, they want, this guy's telling me it's $20 for an autograph. How much would you charge me to sign this shirt? And they were like, "Come around here, we'll do it, no cost," which I thought was pretty cool. Chip Coffee sat me down beside him in a chair and signed it free of charge. Was cool as shit about it. Amy Allen was the kick of the day. Anybody out there that says that she's not legit is full of shit.
So what do you think? I mean, what makes you say that?
When I walked up, we stood in the line wasn't that big. We just kind of stood there for a little bit, and all the women that would walk up and talk to her, she would hug and rub their backs, and and the lady in front of us was just kind of standing there, and she hugs her and she rubs her back, and she grabs her by the arms, and she looks her in the face and she goes, "Tell me what's going on. Something's up." And she's like, "Look, I came here to have fun and to meet you. I don't want to go into that." And she goes, "Well, I know something's wrong. Who did you just lose?" And she just kind of stood there, and Amy started talking to her about a loved one that she had just lost. And it was very recent. And they talked for probably 30 minutes about this. And then, it was really cool because, she went through this whole thing with her, and they got done talking, and Miss kind of threw me up there and was like, "Here, have her sign your shirt." Well, I paid $5 for the autograph because I guess it's cool. And when I walked up, she shook my hand. She didn't give me a hug. She shook my hand really gingerly. And she looked me right in the eye, and she said, "How have you been?" And I said, I've been okay, I guess." She goes, "Well, I would hope so." She said, "It's good to see you again." And I said, "Yeah, we've met before." And she looked me dead in the eye, and she goes, "Yeah, it was 2 years ago." And I was like,
"No shit."
No shit. And I was like, "Holy crap." Well, then, I explained to her what I was doing, getting the shirt signed, and I told her, I said, I'm gonna take this. We're gonna take it down to Moonville. It's Zaleski State Forest, and we're gonna have a raffle to raise some money. And she was like, "That is so cool." And she signed the back of my shirt, and the whole time she's signing it, she wouldn't put her one. She was autographing, but really didn't want to put her hand on my back, which was weird. And then she took a picture with me, and her body language was kind of standoffish. And was that, to me, that was even weirder. And Miss even said when we walked away, she said she really didn't want to be around you. And I was like, "I know." I said, I can't help it. My family was assholes when she went to investigate them in Seattle. But it just it struck me so deep when she remembered and knew that we had met 2 years ago. And the look she gave Missy when Missy walked away from her without even, because Miss wouldn't even go over and say hi or shake her hand or nothing. She just kind of walked away. And the look Amy gave her was like, "Holy crap." She really wanted to talk to her by the look on her face, but Miss was like, I just don't want to go there right now. and she didn't get a chance to go back later on.
So for anybody who could be watching, let the viewers know what's up with your ancestors. What was up with that?
They were actually featured on an episode of the Dead Files. It's season 4 or season 2. It was like season 4, I think. The episode is called "Burned Alive," and it's based in Seattle at the Merchants Cafe, where my 5th great uncle used to own the Merchants Cafe. He actually built the building, got the restaurant started, and it was started out as a restaurant and then turned into a brothel. And when
that's just
it's all of it. When he did when he turned it into a brothel, his first wife left him because she didn't like the brothel idea. So she leaves, and she's gone for a couple years, and she comes back because the brothel was shut down, and they turned it back into a bar and a gambling house. Well, when she came back, he ended up selling the business to a guy that was considered a rough guy of the times, kind of like a mobster dude, and he ran the place. Well, then he turned it back into a brothel. Well, when she died, apparently she inhabits the restaurant now. And he kind of, the guy that took it over kind of inhabits the restaurant. And my 5th grade uncle is kind of like a figure behind the scenes that just kind of roams around the building and keeps watch on stuff. But his first wife is the one that she's physically moved things. They have had occurrences where whiskey bottles have been thrown at people, glasses have been thrown at people. She's been known to physically harm people. They have a table where they can set up a dozen brand new roses on it. And within 5 minutes of them hitting that table, they're dead. And they filmed watching them die because she just wants to hurt people because she hates the building and anybody that goes in it because of what she feels it represents. So yeah, it was pretty.
I understand.
It was pretty freaky to watch the episode because it was like, holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a neat story. I've talked to her and Steve DeChavi about it, and that's what we did meet them 2 years ago at Scarefest. And when she said that, it was like, oh my God.
So did that come up the first time 2 years ago?
Yes, I actually brought that up 2 years ago. And
she backed up.
She backed up. She took 3 steps back and wouldn't come near me after that.
That's kind of shitty.
Yeah, it was like, man. And I told her, I said it kind of sucks. I said my ancestors were, apparently assholes. I said, but they were rich assholes, and the money never trickled down my way. What the hell? And she looked at me and she said, money makes people do bad things. And apparently you're such a good, and this is honestly what she said. She said, you're such a good person. You didn't need the money. That's why you don't have it. I was like, okay, I still want the money.
Well, Amy Ellen said you didn't need it, so you better listen to her.
Exactly.
He needs it just to keep up with me.
But I strongly believe that yes, the want and need for money you really can't ignore. But if you think about it, it doesn't. When you cross and pass from this life, it only means something to the people you leave it to.
Correct.
But when you think about it and kind of step back away from it, you have to ask yourself what is really important. Is it physical belongings, or is it something else? So I always try to tell myself that money isn't everything. You should learn to appreciate what you have and take value in what you have that's not physical. And I try to do that.
Exactly.
So any cool stories from you, Josh? Anything awesome or interesting happened to you at Scarefest?
No, I just got to meet Robert England. He was a pretty nice guy. You could tell he was just kind of rushing through because he had so many people, which is understandable. Ghost Brothers were awesome to talk to. So that's about all I got to check out, and then we went to Olive Garden afterwards, and I had a good time.
I heard that you had a really good time.
I got sick this morning. I don't think it was from the alcohol. I just think it was from
all them fruity drinks.
Yeah, all them pretty drinks. They were good.
Well, that's cool. You guys got to go out and do that and hang out a little bit.
It was.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think everybody else enjoyed it too. But and we had a really good waitress. She was.
Oh, she took out like a champ.
Cooperative. Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was laughing with us. So.
Sweet guys. Well, I think we successfully tested these live streams out. I gotta fix the issue with my video quality. That should be an easy fix. Is there anybody on? I don't have any viewers on Facebook because of the platform I chose for the test, but on YouTube I got 5. Is there anybody in the YouTube chat that has a question for me or Derek or Josh, or would like to talk to us for just a minute before we end this live stream?
Yeah, I've got to figure out what's wrong with the computers and why they're not syncing up with audio. That's kind of weird.
It could be your drivers for your sound card, laptops.
Did you see? You got the pictures of the shirt, didn't you?
Yeah, Missy sent me a picture of the autographs on the back.
Okay.
There's 9 in tow.
I don't know how well this is going to pick up. Just so the live the people viewing can see.
Mm-hmm.
That way, see, and if you notice, Amy signed it in the center of my back between my shoulder blades.
Where she had told the chick before that's where most negativity
goes from. She physically told the lady before us that whenever that most negativity will enter your body through the back in between your shoulders, and that's where she signed my shirt. Now, is that some weird shit or what?
Well, it is weird, but not as weird for people like us, I guess.
True. I just thought it was coincidence. I was like, wow, it was really cool. Hell, just hanging out for the day was really cool. I kept telling Josh, I was like, man, I wish we got to get Justin to come do this. He'd love it.
Yeah, there's some people I would like to chat with if they had the opportunity to, and just check it out and see what it's about. I don't get to go to do things like that very often.
Oh, exactly. And see, we did it on a impromptu whim because we weren't planning until John said, "Hey guys, why don't you come hang out?" I was like, "Okay."
Why don't you just come see me get drunk at Olive Garden?
I kept telling him, I said, every sip through that straw, I can see your pupils getting bigger. I can throw pencils through them now. I said, I can look in there and I'm going to be able to tell you by the end of the night what you're going to be thinking about next week. I see the roadmap to future lights. They're getting so big.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, he was definitely feeling it.
Yeah, I wasn't completely trashed or anything, but I was feeling pretty good.
Hell yeah, the big margarita at the end was what got you.
Yeah, I had 4 of them, and I don't know the time we were there.
Yeah,
that's enough.
A couple of hours.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to end this. No one's really talking to us on YouTube. I'll give you 40 more seconds if you want to ask us a question or say, hey, what's up in the YouTube chat. There's no one watching on Facebook. But those that were hanging out and watching our test live stream, Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern is when the Necromancer show goes live every Wednesday. And I'm going to start streaming on both YouTube and Facebook. Facebook actually, if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook actually has the cool looking graphics for the show. And it's going to be a while before I get the graphics to look cool on YouTube. But I'll have to use 2 different broadcasting softwares to do it. But it should be cool once I get it all figured out. But Google Hangouts is okay for right now on YouTube, just so people on YouTube that don't do Facebook can listen into the conversation at least.
Right. Now, what about the Tech Talk show? When are we going to start that up?
Well, I want to make sure that I have content that's worth doing it. Sundays, I'm always exhausted. The last one I did, I was so fucking tired. I barely dredged through it, and it doesn't get a lot of views. A lot of people on YouTube don't seem interested in it, but I still want to do it at least once a month. And then it starts picking up and seeing if people want to, like to watch it more, then we'll do it maybe twice a month. But I'll plan to do it sometime this month. I just don't know when. But for you guys that are subscribed to us on YouTube, just make sure you have the notification bell clicked next to the subscription button on our YouTube page, so you get all the notifications. And I will advertise the live stream like a day or two in advance. Sometimes I do it a week. So you guys will know when it goes live. And I'm still working on Waverly Hills data. You're going to see some stuff from our Waverly Hills investigation.
I told you.
And, I know we're planning. Ricky really wants us to go down to Chillicothe and do some stuff at Oddfellows and some other places. Scott Fox says, I'm interested in honest tech advice. Well, there's plenty of honest tech advice on our channel and on our Facebook page. Uh-oh, I clicked off of my...
I did. I threw that out there last night on one of them paranormal buy, sell, and trade sites. Somebody was asking about any information they could get on investigation techniques that were not run-of-the-mill, cookie-cutter, TV show bullcrap. And I put it on there. I put the website. I said, go to the website, follow on YouTube. I said, it's all our stuff is all scientific based, and it's totally out of the box if you want to learn how to do some stuff and really get valid evidence. Whether they did it or not, I don't know.
Scott Fox, I just noticed he asked the question. He says, how do you feel about YouTubers who allegedly make contact with recently dead famous people? And I would love to answer that, Scott, in the most honest way I know possible. They are fucking charlatans. They're fucked up individuals, and I'll tell you why. I don't know how anybody has the nerve or the gall to make someone believe or try to make someone believe that them personally has the ability to contact somebody not even 24 hours after their passing or after it's been released publicly. Okay? In my opinion, they're just trying to get views. They watch too much Steve Huff. Okay? And I think they're full of shit if they honestly believe that they're speaking to Hugh Hefner. Okay? That's the recent celebrity that's passed that I've seen ITC people trying to communicate. So I do not condone that. I do not advocate that whatsoever. I think it's very disrespectful to the family that, if they would run across, that kind of stuff. I would never do anything like that. You will never see anything like that on our channel. And it needs to stop. Okay. What do you guys think about that, Derek and Josh?
My opinion is the same as yours with a little different perspective. If they're trying to contact somebody that just passed away within hours, I feel it's not possible. I mean, there's a probability, but it's not really a guaranteed possibility due to the simple fact is if somebody passes away, if they cross over, as soon as they pass, how are you contacting this person? They're not here. They have to they have to spiritually be here for you to contact them. I kind of still have, I've always kind of had the belief and still have the belief that when somebody passes, it's not instant. They're a spirit running around wanting to communicate with you. It takes time for them to realize what's going on and be able to do anything that's going to be communication based because hell, they don't know what's going on. They're dead. They're confused. If they're stuck here, they are confused. And it takes a long, long time before they realize what's really happened.
Josh.
Right. And to add to that, it's a theory to even throw out there or theorize or hypothesize that you are in fact speaking to deceased people using devices or other methods. And I just think it's even more of, it's just crossing the line to say you can actually contact somebody that's a celebrity that has no connection to you or a location you're in to speak to them. I mean, I just think it's fantastical to even say that you can, 100% speak to somebody. It's not like these videos are popping up and it says, there might be a 0.00001% chance that we're talking to Hugh Hefner right now. That's not clickbait. What clickbait is Hugh Hefner contacted with Spirit Box. That's the clickbait that everybody just wants to click on. Josh, what do you think? Be honest. If you don't agree with this, that's fine, but I'm just kind of curious.
Oh no, I do agree. And I mean, how would they feel if somebody was doing that to their family? If they had, somebody that close and passed away, and then you have all these people trying to somehow contact them, and let them rest.
Yeah, it's an exploitation. I don't see any other way of looking at it differently.
It's just they just want that 5 minutes of fame or whatever. But I think they're gonna get a lot more negative feedback than anything positive. If you want to do it a different way, personally, I don't care about that kind of, I don't care about fame or anything like that. We do our own thing, and the fame isn't important.
It's not the driving force. If it happens, it happens, but it's not the driving force. Right. That's what you're saying.
Right.
Scott says, would you mind if I recommend your channel to several YouTube communities like Truth Seekers and channels like Naked Zombies, since we have similar moral views? No, don't share our content. We don't want no one to know who we are. Of course, Scott. Share us with whoever you'd like. We appreciate you doing that, and we appreciate everybody who's willing to listen to our views. I mean, because that's why we do this. We want to meet folks like you and interact with you guys and connect with however ways there is to connect with you all. Any other questions from anyone else watching? No one's watching me on YouTube or Facebook because hardly anybody follows me on my blog page, especially in my live streams.
I do.
On Facebook?
My blog page, the Justin Brown blog page on Facebook. That's where I'm streaming from. I'm not streaming from Necromancer.
I was gonna say, hell, we've followed the blog page since like forever ago.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm besides you guys, you idiots. You guys are forced to follow me. You have to. No.
Wait a minute. We were following way before we were group members.
Right, we were following way before.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Because,
see,
you were just that interested.
And he brought us on as group members, and then he's calling us idiots.
See, I can now. You're awesome before, but now you are an idiot. I can get away with it.
You're like, I'm gonna call you a name, and you're gonna like it. Take it like a man.
No, everybody on our team are like freaking awesome. Okay, and that's not an exaggeration. Everybody has put their heart and soul into the group, and that's the reason why I had them come and help me do everything, because they are that kind of person. So that's what it takes, I think. Hi, Tina. That it takes somebody who is, puts others before them, that wants to do something really cool and, legit.
Oh, yeah.
So, everybody on the team brings something unique and different and very helpful. And I love the group. I love everybody in it.
Well, we love you too, Justin.
I know. You guys have told me, and I love it. It's all good, fuzzy things that I like.
I know. I told Josh last night, I said, I always know when I've aggravated him to the point that he's ready to just give up and throw his hands in the air because he just stops talking. He's like, no more comments back.
He messages me once and does that.
Josh Bender's has got icy veins, bro. Josh has got icy veins. It's going to take a lot to rattle that dude. He's pretty cool. He's a cucumber.
That's right.
We love you too, Josh.
Exactly. Yeah, we left last night. I was like, damn, man.
Oh,
That's
I was almost crying. I was laughing so hard.
Oh, it was so fun. The pumpkin cheesecake was the bomb.
No, jeez.
I was like, holy shit! Break out the chainsaw. They
Yeah.
all the his friend that he stayed with. I can't remember her name because
Kelly.
most of them I got vaguely. She ordered pumpkin cheesecake at Olive Garden because for her birthday. It's like a ritual, I guess. They bring her this pumpkin cheesecake, and it is rock solid frozen. I mean, she couldn't get the spoon through the top of it, and she just stabbed the shit out of this thing like she was in the movie Psycho, trying to get it to where she could eat it. It was hilarious.
So they brought her another frozen one and took it off the check.
Yeah, took it all off
so
the
she
check.
was able to eat it today.
It took till today, cool. Huh?
Yeah.
She set it outside?
No. No, by morning, just being in the refrigerator, it was good enough to try. So nice. She said she was going to have it for lunch, but
that was hilarious.
Scott says, I'm very interested in tech side for data collection, Tina, and hopefully not spend $1 million. Yes, what you need to do, Scott, is go on our channel and go into the library section, the playlists, and look up the theories and technical playlists, methodologies. It'll be titled like that. And you'll see all of our methods and tech stuff. If you go to interfacedeath.net, that's our website, you will see everything nicely organized there, and all the tech and all the methodology we use is all very well and comprehensive there as well. Definitely, if you have any questions or feedback, send us an email or messages on Facebook. Best way to probably do it is email if you don't do Facebook. My email address is justinbrown@interfacedeath.net. So hit me up if you have any questions. I have guides. I have a little series called Quick Tips. No one really watches them. I stopped making them. But if that picks up and people ask me to make them, I'll make them. But not until then, because it takes time to do those.
Yeah, see, the $1 million thing, I don't think you're going to invest $1 million unless you're really doing something crazy. But,
like cloud chambers.
Well, see, I'm gonna put it to you pretty bluntly. The cloud chamber wouldn't cost me near as much if my dumb ass would learn how to freaking cut. Because I've cut the same board short 3 times now, and I just want to beat my head off the wall.
I keep telling him, dude.
I got one side perfect today, and the other side was a ½ inch too short. I was like, how in the hell did I do that?
Measure twice, cut once.
I know.
That's what I said.
That's what she said.
Boy, you are from Indiana. You should know better.
I know. Well, I'll see what it is. I get in a hurry.
It's all ½ an inch short.
And I'm like, man, I got to slow down. I know. See, she cuts me just as bad.
Yeah.
It's not just you guys.
We get away with it. It's bullcrap. We get away with it. That's why.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm working on getting that new base done. I've got the new seal put on it, which worked freaking great. So once I get the base,
cool.
And now I'm looking into pricing on liquid nitrogen cooling systems, which if we do one ourselves, we just got to figure out how to regulate it pressure wise. And if we have one custom made, it's going to cost base price probably $600, and that's just for the unit. That doesn't include the control system to actually pump this stuff in there.
Holy crap. Okay, Justin, I have a question.
Yes.
It's a serious question, dude. Don't yes me like that. I'll knock you out.
I didn't.
Anyhow, the felt. It's not soaking the alcohol up, or as much of the alcohol as should be soaked up. So do you have any? We've tried sponges.
Mm-hmm.
We've tried fleece. We've tried everything.
The alcohol just drips out.
Okay. have you used the same felt over and over and over again?
We've changed the felt.
Yeah,
it doesn't make any difference.
I'll use it like 2 or 3 times and then change it out. And even the very first time, if you super saturate it like they say to do it, as soon as you flip it over, it just runs off of it.
It just rains out of it, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, without looking at your felt, maybe you can add more felt material to it.
Okay.
Kind of like stack it up.
Mm-hmm.
Have it a thicker layer. Maybe use different kind of felt.
Okay.
That's going to be a trial and error thing because you guys are doing something I've never even tried.
Right.
And a lot of it is going to be trial and error. But if you've used a sponge, and that don't work, yeah, it's you might want to go on the internet and look at science. What's that?
A car wash sponge.
Yeah, you might want to go on the internet and look at science forums with people who build that for hobbies and ask them. They would be way more knowledgeable about that than I would. I'll try to look for you guys to help out because it might take some hunting around, but that could be a problem, and we should try to fix that.
Yeah, because we feel that we're losing a lot of the volume of the alcohol we're putting in there, to where that's cutting down on our build up at the bottom also.
Right.
See, the ultimate goal right now is when we come up to do Fallsville, if we do Fallsville next weekend, I want to bring it to Fallsville and set it up and just see do an actual field test of the prototype, since I know we can get the cloud to form at least 2 inches in the bottom. I want to see if we can get anything to make something happen in the bottom of that sucker with no.
It wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt to try it if you got the money to spend on the dry ice and the materials for it.
Right.
I know right where to put it.
Good, because the dry ice won't be that big of a deal, because I can stop on the way through and get in. Hell, Colerain's got the best dry ice I've found so far, and it was a little bit cheaper, and they're actual 6-pound blocks.
Okay.
But we want to field test it with you to make sure.
Yeah, because you've never seen it live action.
Yeah.
Like turtle.
Nope, I have not. Scott asks, what are your thoughts about spirit orbs? I'm a bit skeptical on many pictures as being dust, etc. It's dust.
99.999%.
If you see it with your eyes floating around, then that's different. But if you look through, if you take a photograph and you see, illuminated airborne particles, those are dust. Anybody who knows anything about photography or optics knows what's going on there. But if you're seeing stuff fly around like that with your eyes, then that's totally different.
We'll put it this way: the guy from Ghost Stop is selling orbs in a jar.
Yeah, Ghost Stop sells orbs in a bottle. You can buy you an orb in a bottle if you want a real orb.
That's not serious. They're serious.
Yeah, they're serious. They're selling orbs in a bottle. It's a little fuzz ball, little cotton ball in a bottle.
Okay, Scott, we will live stream the Cloud Chamber field test on YouTube, and I will advertise. I'll put the link up.
Really?
And just make sure you got the bell icon clicked. And we will live stream that for you guys. I have no problem doing that. All right, well, guys, on YouTube, I'm going to let these folks go and let them enjoy the rest of their Sunday. Thanks, Josh and Derek, for joining me for this test. Hopefully, it'll be a little bit better for Necromancer on Wednesday. But you guys have a good Sunday.
You too.
All right, you too.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Cool. See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. We have our test. Let me change this to this and minimize that. Scott says my notification is on. Thank you, guys. Tina, yeah, it'd be interesting to watch. Like I said, they've been doing field tests at home, and I want to let you guys start seeing, because I did release a video in 2014, how you can test certain theories about how certain things manifest, but we're going to test it out at Fallsville, which is a ghost town that I live right down the road from. And it's got a really cool ghost legend associated. And we just now started recently having luck out there. And I want to see if we can get some more stuff out there. So thanks for joining me. I really, really appreciate it. Look for me live Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This Wednesday and every Wednesday coming up. I have JP Doyle, if you're familiar with the Just Paranormal YouTube page. He'll be joining me on Necromancer. So if you want to watch the show, come on by YouTube. If you're a YouTube guy, it will also be on Facebook on the Necromancer Live Show Facebook page. You guys heard my thoughts. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I'll see you on the next video. You take care.